welcome to today's video. So I've been wanting to make this video for a little bit because I recently changed from being a GH5 bandwagoner to actually being a Sony fanboy. And for a long time I really didn't see the appeal of Sony cameras. And funnily enough, once I actually did some research, I realized that these cameras are amazing. And I was looking for a second camera body. I was looking for something as a backup camera, but also I thought if I could find something with some really great autofocus, that would take care of a lot of my gimbal needs. So what I actually ended up doing was finding an A6300 used on the market. I bought it for about $650. And went about trying to figure my way through the whole Sony land, and what I discovered is what I actually want to share with you guys today. And you know, the title is essentially suggesting that this is the best budget setup, and I actually really believe that. With some of the results I've been getting, I'm just absolutely stoked. So I'll walk you through the process. So firstly, if you're looking for the best budget Sony setup, I would suggest the A6300. At the moment, this camera is just dirt cheap, and the 6K downscaled 4K footage just looks amazing. And obviously the autofocus is amazing as well. And there's actually some really nice LUTs out there to make your footage look like ARRI Alexa, which is actually what I've been doing with the GH5. I've been using the GH Alex LUT, and yeah, I've actually been able to match the two cameras, which is pretty amazing. But I'll talk about that maybe in another video. But yeah, what I wanted to share with you today is the best budget method that I've worked through so far. So firstly, I bought the MC11 adapter. So I found this again used off Gumtree, or like a classified site, and picked this up for $170, I think it was, which is pretty good considering how much they are new. And it's in great condition. And I got that and whacked my Sigma 18-35 on there, and like everyone says online, you get autofocus results almost as good as native lenses with that. But I was a little bit bummed because this Sigma MC11 adapter doesn't actually work with the Nifty 50, the 85 1.8 I've got, and a whole bunch of other Canon EF mount lenses that I have. And so while it was good because it gave me the Sony-like autofocus on the Sigma 18-35, I was really disappointed because I couldn't actually use anything else, and I don't have the budget at the moment to get into the 50-100 Sigma 1.8, and so I didn't have anything past 35 that I felt comfortable putting on to use in terms of the autofocus on the Sony A6300. So I looked around, and to be honest, all I could find is this one channel on YouTube that was talking about the Viltrox adapter for this lens. So the Viltrox adapter is the EF to M2. Oh, sorry, this is my GH5 one, but it's the one that takes EF to Sony mount. And there's been a few different versions of this one. You can buy a glassless version, which you can get, and you can buy a speed booster version as well. And so I saw some guys on YouTube only one guy on YouTube really talking about it, and he was suggesting that with the new update, you could get autofocus to work on pretty much all Sony pretty much all Canon lenses. So I was kind of intrigued to try this out, but given the fact that only one guy had posted a video about it, I was a bit skeptical. So again, on a budget, I hunted around and found a speed booster on eBay for $180, which was probably $50 or $70 cheaper than everywhere else. So I got that and got it, plugged it in, updated it, and this is actually what you're seeing now, the autofocus from the speed booster and from the A6300. Now that's the second step of this kind of like budget plan. All right, get an A6300 and then actually get the Canon to Sony Viltrox speed booster. You can pick it up super cheap, and the results are actually incredible. So that's the second part of the plan. The third part of the plan, okay, is to actually get yourself around some Canon EF-S lenses. Now, if you know anything about this kind of realm where we're interchanging lenses onto speed boosters, you know that Canon EF-S lenses don't actually work on speed boosters in their normal state. What you actually have to do is you actually have to hacksaw these the top off them to make them fit onto the speed booster. So I tested this out originally with an 18-55 that I found that I got on use for $60 or something like that, and that's actually what I'm filming on right now. So this lens is a pretty incredible lens. With the speed booster, it takes an 18-55 lens to 2.8 to 4 with regards to your aperture. So, and you're also getting, which is really incredible, optical stabilization inside the lens. So for $650, and then for another $180 plus $60, or potentially you have one of these lenses lying around, you are under $1,000. You've got a camera that's got pretty decent stabilization. Hasn't got internal, but it's got it in the lens. You've got a 2.8 aperture, which is on a full frame field of view because of the speed, because of the focal reducer. It's just incredible. I whacked this setup on a gimbal the other night with a live music production that we're doing, and I was just getting perfect focus pulls. And the really crazy thing is that if you match the 18-55 with the 55 to 250, okay, this actually becomes, let me just double check this actually becomes 2.8 to 4. So the 18-55 actually becomes 2.5 to 4, but this actually is 2.8 to 4. Now I'm getting 2.8 at 55, okay, here, and I'm getting 4 all the way up to 250. This lens cost me $100. It's got optical stabilization, and it's just incredible the results that I'm getting with this setup. So $100 for this lens for the 55 to 250, $60 for the 18-55, $180 for the speed booster, and $650 for the A6300. And I don't know what that is. I should probably do the math on that, but it's probably under $1,000. Under $1,000, you're getting 18 to 250 at a pretty decent f-stop of anywhere from 2.5 to 4. You're getting optical stabilization inside the lens, and you're getting pretty decent autofocus. Now I will say this autofocus isn't as fast as what you would find on the Sigma 18-35 with the Sigma MC11, okay? But reality is, on the higher settings, this is too fast. The autofocus on this is too fast in my opinion. So what you're actually getting is, on this budget setup with the EF-S lenses and the Viltrox speed booster, you're actually getting autofocus that's pretty consistent at a speed that's actually pleasant. You wouldn't want it to be any faster. It can't go any faster. What you're seeing is on the fastest setting, but because it's kind of going through that third-party adapter, it slows it down a bit, but it's actually pleasing. Now I will mention there is one caveat with this system. So when shooting in 24p on this camera, the A6300, you will get a slight vignette with these lenses. So on the 18-55, you stop getting it at about 24 mil, and on the 55 to 250, you get it pretty much all the way through the zoom range. But the thing is, you crop in, maybe 115%, and the crop's gone, and the 4K out of this camera is so amazing that you don't even notice a difference. So that's the only caveat, or however you say the word, of this basic or this budget lens setup. But in my opinion, for how much money you're saving in terms of getting pretty decent f-stop across 18 to 250, this is just a no-brainer. So just thought I'd add that to balance out and say this isn't all miracles and rainbows, but it's a pretty great setup. Get an A6300, get the Viltrox adapter, and then get yourself some 2 EF-S lenses and start shooting and enjoy yourself. So yeah, I'll put the links to everything I've spoken about in the description, and hopefully you can get shooting and enjoying yourself.